All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Batty Overwatch League. I'm AGS0. I'm here with Albino Joe, and as is tradition, we're coming in off a loss. Not going to ask how we're doing. Instead, we're going to talk about Rialto and two other teams that do not have a lot of momentum in their season right now. 3Dans 1 Cup versus Walmy Maybe. And I know what you're all thinking. 3Dans 1 Cup is higher in the standings right now. But if you want to get technical, Walmy Maybe is on a better streak. 3Dans 1 Cup, lost 6 straight maps. Walmy Maybe lost 5, tied 1 over their last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, 3Dans 1 Cup coming out of the gate hot, 3-0, all dab, no blab, whatever. They bodied kids at the start of the season, but yeah, now they're on a massive losing streak, and Walmy Maybe, this is their team to beat. Like, their team comp, the way that they play as a team, should just beat Heron and the guys, right?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. I think that's really ultimately the story of what has been going wrong for 3Dans 1 Cup. They were really one-dimensional over the first 2 weeks when they won 6 straight maps, and now a lot of teams have been ready for and adapted to that one dimension, and we haven't seen a single counterpunch going on 3Dans 1 Cup. And maybe we're going to see something different here, but I'm seeing a lot of the same. But we'll see how this goes to start. But on the defense, we're going pretty non-traditional because Walmy Maybe has nothing left to lose, and they are done trying to play standard. We've got No Wonder on the Bastion. Walmy Maybe doing this thing they did in Evil Sky last week where they just group as 6 around a corner and just wait for the enemy team to push. And with these comps, this might work.
Yeah, that is such a strange comp. The tank's there, Blab on that D.Va, Scotch the shield from the Orisa, and No Wonder on that Bastion, just waiting to wreck the team in the attack. It starts, it's already a bubble. Heron dies right away!
Oh, yeah, but he takes 2 with a nice double boost. The Orisa shield was not enough to counter it, and now this is going to be really difficult for Walmy Maybe because they have to drop what he's actually, but No Wonder is actually picking up a lot of the kills, but eventually they got to drop here. Now finally down they go. They've got 2 of them testing the cart while No Wonder is still raining hell from the sky.
No Wonder doesn't have to go anywhere. Blab was there to contest, kind of get the end damage to pick up on Josh Danko, who was pushing the cart at the time. And yeah, this is a very ballsy hold right at the front door of 3Dans 1 Cup. I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep this up.
Rialto is maybe one of the best maps for holding all the way up and make the enemy team pop into some shield break, which they don't have the craziest of shield break comps right now. Heron swapped over to the Hanzo, so that's going to be some damage. But ooh, Heron actually on the flank, got the pick on the Sam, and now No Wonder said, I'll take you out myself, and there it is. Now can they find more as Dano is solo on the cart while everyone is trying to hide underneath this match because that's just opening up the sidelines for the tree. Shove the grenades in, but the damage is barely coming through from No Wonder. Does get reset up as Sam is dead yet again, but I don't think that's going to cost us.
Oh, the people are falling here. No Wonder.
I could be corrected. No Wonder going down, and now this fight looking very split. Tree down as well. No DPS available here. I think everyone's going to be trying to die on this cart, but this Orisa and Scotch might be pretty far forward. Is Dragon coming out? No, it's not.
Was that a misclick? Well, they got Blab.
My ultimate is almost ready.
But Josh Danko pushing aggressively, takes out Scotch, and Walmy Maybe's got to be careful. They are playing very aggressively as Tree gets picked by the Hanzo. They're giving up a lot of tanks.
Yeah, this is the team falling apart here. Walmy Maybe just needs to reset their team or get grabbed on the side here.
Josh ain't waiting for that to happen. Nice grab onto him, and that's going to turn into first point. An awful reset on a Walmy.
The 2-minute hold first point on Rialto, not terrible. Not the worst thing that could happen.
Good. No, this is maybe the most defense side map in all of Overwatch. Particularly for these first 2 points. So we're going to see if Walmy maybe can do something to turn around here on the second point, but they've still got a lot of time to hold. But hey, they're not getting staggered anymore. Progress.
Yeah. Can't get staggered when you're spawning like a, light year away. That's not how that works. Well, Danko trying to be sneaky, very overextended here. Tree, the only contender, blowing up that shield, and Josh Danko, all sorts of charge on that Zarya pack right there, don't you know?
Josh coming for exactly what he wanted there, but he does finally go down. working. A lot of all these direct kills he can show through this transcendence. He's not hitting any of the shots. And that bash roll ends up not being worth a whole lot. Now Batman is down. The healing off the table. But ooh, the DPS can come through. They take out Zed here.
Yeah, fight continues here in the Bastion. Back up on that ledge, shooting people. Cruisemaster dies. Dano's already dead. Josh Danko's dead. And the point is held by Whelmy maybe. And no wonder, doubling down on that Bastion pick. I don't think he switched off of it. And it's been effective once, you know, once there's a perch for him to be on, right? It's working.
Yeah, he's making it work. It's just when it stopped working, we've seen this team stagger so badly.
Are you telling me it works until it stops working?
That is exactly what I'm telling you. So we'll see if it can keep working.
I can get behind that. You know, no wonder this guy who knows what's up. But this attack here, I don't think there's been any switches here. Dirty Dan's got that soldier right. That's going to be pretty big. If they can break that shield, which they're working on. Scotch, not on that Arisa anymore. Shield might not be an issue. The balls and hands on the side over here.
Yeah, this is odd. They're trying to contest this high ground. No,
never die.
Comes out and no one dies on.
That's
huge team fight win for the offense.
Yeah, Blab, the last man standing on the team, and that was an amazing play out of 3 damn 1 cup right there, and I think that might be a point.
It's going to be really close. It's hard to see Blab getting here in time, so will they try to contest without the full team? Scotch playing kind of far forward here, but Tyre's coming out of tree. It's like they want to contest here, but it's Dirty Dan over there on the far side, popping the Tactizer. Is he finding anything? No, he's not, but it's still the old pressure enough to capture him.
Oh yeah. Cart's gonna be turning, Cruz is back up. We got, you know, 6 members of their team, well 5 I guess, waiting on Dirty Dan. But Tree trying to contest from the back, he's on the cart, he's throwing grenades, very ballsy play, he's not dead! Holy crap, that's Zedekis, but the trade coming out of Dano, the Dragon's coming out of Heron, not necessarily finding anyone, no wonder is for sure finding people, as the tank mode just eliminates all of 3 Dan's 1 cup. Amazing play there. Started by Tree, really.
Yeah, and big Cruisemaster died as he was dropping the hammer of his own. Maybe that would have been the counter roll his team needed to stay alive there, but ends up losing the ult and getting nothing for it.
Let's keep this moving.
And we're still just outside their own spawn, so this is an easy reset, but they're still trying to push through Tree, who is pretty much free farming the DPS meters from above this whole team here. Is now no longer got the pressure. The DPS has everyone split. They've already got their first thing. Now a nice grab coming out. This should be an easy mop up for the defense. Whelmy baby is going to overdo Tree here.
Wow, Blab and Tree was definitely talking there, saying, hey, Blab, make sure you grab behind the cart so no wonder can't even tag any of them. And then Tree just, you know, just bombed them from behind. That just worked out.
Just bomb him.
Just bomb him, man. Bomber B52. Call Tree the B52 for now. Wonder if I can make that stick.
No.
Farah, Junkrat, he's such a bomber. Just let him bomb. No wonder, back on the perch. Fight starts very slow here. Cruisemaster in the front line. Shield not looking too healthy with that bash. He's getting hit in, but the grab and the hustle!
Yeah, the combo is there, but Tree at the time at the same time come up with even more. Tree coming through wants to win his team a first map here. And that could be a map deciding play.
Tree doesn't even need an alley-oop. He doesn't need a Josh Danko or a, you know, Blab, whatever, a Zarya to set him up for it. He was able to find 3 all by his own. That was great. Great play from Tree this series so far.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just go back to your bread and butter, and that's what Tree has done. But Heron done trying to make this Hanzo work. You saw him back to the far up. This is the pick here, as we are basically in one fight territory. Mel coming out nice and early from Batmel. Wants to keep her team alive as this whole setup is happening. Everyone's kind of contesting this high ground, but Tree is kind of flanking this counter, not playing with his team. He's laying down some nice damage here. There we go. Finally wins the duel, takes out Dirty Dan. Now no wonder he's gonna get big Dirty Dan. Dano past the pop transcend once again.
15 seconds left.
But it's a huge one. But the damage is coming from 3 damage, but they have no healers.
Scotch on the back end, dying. Overtime starts. Wow, great fight. 1 from 3 Dans. this could be a cap. I mean, not on this push, but the end of this push might be a cap. I don't know.
There's gonna be a full setup here for Wolmy maybe, but it's gonna be the chaotic last point fight coming up.
Chaos Tree is on the flank there. Defense, they're all grouped up on the offense. As Cruise Master leads the charge.
Yeah!
Hammer down, go shield! Oh, Cruise falls! Overtime runs out. Wow.
Master drops the shield there, and it costs his team the rounds.
0-2. Switching sides.
Yo, I want to give a shout out to Heron for always asking how something works, even if his team is never switching up what they run. This is like that thing that happens in all of your shitty solo queue games, where someone's like, they're playing Bastion, how does it work? Well, you know, because no one's able to jump onto this Bastion, you're not able to get any damage to stick onto this Bastion, so it's actually really easy and effective for this Bastion to work.
Does Heron actually know how to play the game?
Yeah, I think he's just memeing. But I'm never positive.
Man, yeah, that was a great push at the end there. Great Earth Shatter on the defense there. Yeah, Cruise's shield was all cracked up too. You know, I mean, you do or you don't. That shield's going to break, you're going to get Earth Shattered, or you put the shield down and you get Earth Shattered. He just had to have the reflexes to put it back up, and it just didn't happen. And now we've switched it around here as the defense Cruise on that Reinhardt again. Dirty Dan, not on the hit scan, but on that Reaper. And you know what, Swift, this is playing out exactly how I thought it was going to play out, with Heron not being able to take this guy's Pharah. That Hanzo, he's going to be on that all game, and he's not necessarily as comfortable in Hanzo as he is on Pharah. So it's this is a different 3 Dans 1 Cup than we're used to seeing, because really that one changed. I mean, I put a lot of stock into him on that team, and I think that this isn't going to look good for the rest of the series.
5, 4.
Yeah, so let's see what they can do here on the defense, as No Wonder says it worked once, let's stick with it, but now they're bringing the Symmetra along too. Why the hell not?
Dude, TP, you gotta teleport the Bastion somehow. You need to do it, but Wonder dies!
Yeah, Heron with a nice flank here, but they do get an easy res off here. Now it's going to be a full 6v6. No Wonder he's trying to set up somewhere, but he's just looking around as a sentry right now, but it's working. They are forcing 3 Dans 1 Cup backwards, and now a teleporter is through. No Wonder, what does he want to do? Perch Kid wants to get up on the stoop, and there we go. The Bastion is set up. Oh no, Tano with the pick on the No Wonder instead. I'm thinking this first push is going to be falling apart here.
Yeah, not much you can do after that, but the res finally coming out of bat now is on cooldown, probably from the original res that you put down on No Wonder. On the other Perch, other side there, but gets lasered to the face by Zedekiss, and yeah, there's not much you can do there. They just delayed the inevitable, really.
Yes, now we'll see, maybe this is the time for a swap to come through, but there is a Symmetra ult available, so this could buy them the ability to push in here, as some swaps going through Tree onto Ana. Not something we're used to seeing here.
Thinking emoji.
But they must have really felt like they needed a second healer, and I don't blame them.
Oh, they did.
Playing into a lot of off charge. There we go. Josh finds the long range grab, and the dragon comes through. What a clutch play out of Josh Danko.
Yeah, looking at that alley is not a friend to to an enemy's area. Wow, this is a very strong hold here. Almost 2 minutes in, and I believe that 3 Dans 1 Cup capped around this time. So with the cart being almost right at the spawn here, Walmy maybe really needs to pull it together and hopefully find something with that Bastion.
So going for another high ground. What was?
It was Scotch finding no one, so Scotch finds no one, but Cruise finds someone. That's No Wonder. Before he can even charge him, he's dead. And yeah, that's a dead push. Very dead.
That brought me physical pain.
Did you cringe so hard you pulled a muscle?
Yeah, I think so. I'm calling into work tonight, boys.
GG.
But that's a big ult off the table, but there are still 2 available and 2 close for Walmy maybe here. As I need to see something big with the Symmetra ult. As the teleporter is through, no wonder is dropping. Looking for something big with the dragon comes to mind. It's splitting everyone up here. With the dragon again.
You know, Heron has been pulling all sorts of dragons, but if anything, that was a bad dragon from behind. A bad the sponsored bad dragon from behind. There was nothing that team could have done to really know he was even there. That teleporter, yeah, greatly placed from Walmy maybe, but you gotta look around, and they didn't.
Yeah, that's kind of, it happens a lot to Walmy maybe, and there've been some huge flanks in this match so far. But Tree does find the pick on the Dano. Here we go, the D-Ball coming through, but it's going to be blocked by the Rhine Shield. But at least this card is finally moving, as Walmy maybe only has 30 seconds left here. And now I think the pressure has finally been pulled away. No wonder, but I'm wrong. The Wonder is down. I waited so long for this Symmetra to come out. And they're doing nothing. Now Josh pops the Graviton onto some corpses. But this is another push coming to an end, and these are going to be huge staggers here for the offense. 3 dance, 1 cup, looking like they're about to take their first win in 3 weeks.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Scotch with another Earth Shatter into a Cruise Master Reinhardt shield. Not working. They really need to break that shield or find something crafty to get around. But right now, they really just need to get on the cart and win a team fight somehow through a miracle. And another dragon going directly to face a Scotch Salmon Bat now. And that is the end of the push. There's nothing to be said.
Heron has the patience to wait for everyone to get lined up into one nice little hallway. Just press Q. And that's it. 3 Dans, 1 cup. Stomp Rialto.
The big old play of the game.
It's got to be one of these Heron ults.
Heron
the only question is which one. Yeah, look at Josh is so far on the play. And these two, they have the synergy, they have the trust. They just pop the ult onto the bridge. Walmy maybe never saw it coming.
Yeah, that was definitely a Danko play of the game as well there. Great communication, great gameplay, and again, my boy Heron showing up, doing the big DPS. Man, and you know, props to Walmy maybe for just doubling down on that Bastion strat over and over and over again. You know, they played it on the defense, they played it on the attack, I believe the whole entire time for both you know, phases of the game. And it could have worked. You just needed to find the right picks and find the right perch, and no wonder just couldn't do that.
Yeah, a little overcommitted to the Bastion, so we'll probably see it for 2 straight more maps as the Walmy maybe special.
Oh, hey, Eichenwald's a totally different map. I mean, Bastion probably all
different map with new purchase for the Bastion.
Yeah, but I mean, on the defense for sure. Like, I can see it on the defense, but on the attack, if Wonder plays Bastion, attack Bastion, I'll eat my own face.
Well, he's hovering it. It might just be to bait us.
Oh man,
time will tell.
Well, they're on the defense again, right? So
yes, they are.
So that's probable there, but yeah, more of the same kind of showing up out of that team. That Blab on Diva and Scotch on Orisa to start out the defense, as they did on Rialto as well. And Eichenwald is kind of, you know, a little similar to Rialto in a sense that you have the corners, you have nooks and crannies you can hide in, you have, you know, long hallways kind of sorta eventually in the map. I guess all maps are like that. And the Bastion does come out. The Bastion's real. It's gonna happen. This is same shit, different day on the defense. And Walmy maybe should hopefully be able to hold this on Eichenwald. It's easier to hold Eichenwald than Rialto, right?
Yeah. To me, the biggest thing about holding Eichenwald is you have to reset at the proper times. Especially on the second point, there's a few huge points where you can gain an advantage if you're holding the high ground, or if you're holding right at the end of the bridge. And this is something where I think teams with good teamwork actually really excel on this map more than average. And I don't know if Walmy maybe's that team. But they are starting with the same old song and dance. Orisa's shield perched over the point. No wonder gonna try to take the ball and score with it.
Attackers incoming.
Big old perch in the attack here. 3 Dans 1 Cup. Heron daring to play that Pharah again. And
Yeah, and he's gonna scout
melt.
this out immediately. So there will be no element of surprise where this Bastion is set up, and this is a Bastion comp, not really time to change places. The other big swap, Dirty Dan, going to be running Hanzo for the first lap.
That's going to be big against a Bastion as well. Cruise Master the first to fall. This game is no wonder does find the first kill here, but the push continues out of 3 Dans 1 Cup, and yeah, it's going down for real.
They
Scotch
actually
falls.
find Scotch, and now Heron's raining all of this damage into a crowded team. Josh Danko moving his way onto the point. It's looking like this fight's about to start for real. There we go. No wonder down. Heron with the
Game over.
Zarya shield does enough.
Yeah, that's the push right there. The rest of the team just collapsed. Once Wonder or Scotch dies, that's the end of the push. I mean, or that, yeah, they're able to cap the point. That's it. That's it. That's the team dynamic, right?
Stop the
Fortunately, when the whole team dies immediately, you don't have to worry about staggering. So Walmy maybe now all they have to do is not let Heron pick them here. As Heron and Zedekis are pushing fairly deep. They're looking for Scotch. What? Heron wants to trade it, but that's not worth.
He tried so hard and didn't get anywhere.
Tree misses a jump or gets a reset call, though. That could be really costly, actually. As I thought that we were going to see Walmy maybe contest here, but they are just falling apart at the seams right now.
Yeah, where do you even die? I don't know what's going on. This should have been a very clear win for Walmy maybe here, and they are not taking advantage of it. It's no wonder dies to Dirty Dan as well. And this cart, no one's contesting it, Vlad. Yeah, you're a tank. You can't contest it without your other tank buddy, I guess. And they've marched uncontested since capping the point.
Yeah, this is embarrassing as Walmy maybe looks like they're trying to get off to the side here, but they're still waiting for their Bastion to get out. They have never contested this card. This is going to be a one-fight contest on the second point of Ichabod, one of the longest points in the game. As now a Valkyrie coming out of Fat Mel early, but she's already lost her team's match. She's already lost her team tree. No wonder you're going to try to bail things out, but he only finds one with his ult. Fat Mel gets a res, but I don't think it's going to matter as Zed gets a res of his own. Both these teams with the projectile back up. This is a man advantage for the offense, but Daniel going down, and they're actually kind of stabilizing here. Zed is still in the Valkyrie, going down the big one. Batman is down, the grab comes out.
That's it.
Walmy baby always.
Oh, Blab, the last one we could test. And no wonder there too, but I think this is feudal as Heron makes sure he dies for it, but he makes sure that nobody else contests the card. And that was a great play. Blab was actually the first to contest his baby diva. What do you think of that?
Whoops. Big whoops.
That's a big old whoops. That's not good, but only maybe able to finally regroup. No wonder one of the last people to come out of the spawn here. Scotch kind of holding a shield a little bit farther ahead. All of them are grouped.
Yeah, and here we go. Dragon coming through as there's already healer down, and it's gonna find the Bastion.
Or Scotch.
Yeah, and now this is another entire team running just to be staggered here. They need to be jumping onto that cart, but they are giving up a ton of ground here.
Pass into the
Say to that. Sam's there. Sam's tranking. Wonder's on the cart. Oh, Wonder dies. Scotch is on the cart. Tree finds a 3-man tire that puts him back in the game here. They can hold this, I think. Vlad just needs to not die enough time for Tree to get out there. There's only 2 people on the cart. Only Josh Danko and Heron. Vlad and Tree are there to contest. Zarya versus Junkrat combos. Zarya and Junkrat combos on each team. Kind of, sort of. The Heron dies. Yeah, they're able to hold. Wow. Hold.
Wonder's able to make it out there in time. That Vlad Boer, he gets his shield off cooldown to a sliver of health. And now they at least have a chance to hold.
Tree is breathing life into this team at random moments here. 3-man tire is able to make sure that they, the offense here, 3 Dans 1 Cup doesn't cap. These are miracle tires. Don't get that man off Junkrat. Keep him on there.
So let's see what can the offense do here. They're coming through with a lot of ult charge, but there's a big Bastion ult available for No Wonder as well. As here we go, the grab comes out, the shield is there, but the Dragon is going to put out more. Dragon takes out Tree, and then Heron taking out more.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Trying to go big here with the configuration tank. He does find one through the shields, but his team's still very outmanned. And now No Wonder down, Batmal down. This cart is moving. Sandwich is getting touched to die, and he wants to tire out. But actually,
Another two,
he
man.
does find another two. And that's what time for his tanks to load on this cart. Now Scotch gets the hammer onto Zedekiss, and I think Welby maybe actually going to hold this again.
What is happening? Holy shit! Great solo out all out of Scotch there too, because if Zedekiss was alive for the duration of that fight, that could have been stalled out a little bit longer. Maybe for, you know, not in 3 Dance 1 Cup, not in their favor, but still, I like it. I like that play.
Now we've got 2.5 minutes remaining, and a lot of big ults down here. We'll see this essentially ultless fight go to the favor of the offense finally, as they're actually doing a good job getting small charge. Josh is starting to close in on a Graviton, but it'll be a while till he has, or maybe a tire to combo it with. But that can sometimes be a little harder to set up here, as No Wonder is doing a good job of keeping everyone back. Damn, did have to pop a nano boost here though, and it didn't really do a whole lot other than top No Wonder off. But now he has set himself up on the card and he gets shot. Now the tire out of the offense, Josh with the grab from downtown, but this one is not going to hit. But maybe it doesn't matter as this team's already found 2 picks. They're looking for more, they're pushing, they're finding them. That's 2 more.
Yeah, one by one, they're all falling here on Walmy maybe, and Batmal, the last one contesting. She's not dying. No one is focusing her. And that's a big mistake, and they might have time to get there. Scotch does get to the card in time. He's going to get to the card in time. Tree with the tire is going to get to the cart with the tire, but everyone sped out at that time. It was too late. They found Zedekiss. That's a very important pick here. No Wonder, Glad, Batmal. Healer tank and offensive DPS all on the cart dying though. But they're able to stay on. There's a minute,
it looked so
5
promising,
left.
but they just have 0 focus fire as they're coming out of their spawn here. Everyone is so focused with getting onto the cart, they're not even thinking about the team fight. But the No Wonder comes through, and oh my god! It
What
did
is
work!
happening?
This will heal you.
Walby maybe keeps coming through with these clutch holds.
Oh my gosh, it looks like it's just about to end, but it doesn't. Holy shit, one more push out of 3 Dance 1 Cup.
Yeah, this is crazy. As No Wonder is finally swapped off the Bastion. Maybe this is what his team needed.
Cannot lose.
But there is a tire and almost a grab coming through here for the offense. 3 Dance 1 Cup trying to win as Cruise Master playing forward. Wants to get some shield for his tank, but Tree says, I want to win this. No, sorry, this Hair that wants to win this outright. And it's Tree that's going to get hit. And now that tire's going straight to the back line. It finds Batmal. And now No Wonder. Can you do it again? This is 3 members down.
Great
4
shatter.
members down for the defense. Scotch though finds 2 before time, but it's just Labour on the card. That's too much. Dread it, run from it. Walmy maybe loses the points all the same.
Wow, that was an overtime, wasn't it?
0 to 3.
It was.
Sides.
Oh my god, that was. There's like 3 or 4 holds that were just miracle plays out of Walmy maybe, and they need to pull that miracle overtime hero, you know, mantra that they've had in the past. It's kind of, they always wait until the overtime to cap things. They always wait until the overtime to let the enemy cap things. It kind of seems like their style, and that's when they play the best almost. I don't know. This is insane. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah,
I'm at a loss.
it's tough, but at least it bought them 4 minutes here, so they have a chance to try to win this on offense. But we've seen this team go a little flatter when they're on offense. So I don't know if we're going to see anything inventive coming out of Walby maybe here. But we can talk about the defense here as we're seeing some more new wrinkles coming out. Dirty Dan going to be playing the Mei here.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's been playing
Sorry.
he's been showing a pretty decent hero
Sorry.
pool
Don't get
this series so
now.
far, and actually for the whole season, I think he's
He's been playing a lot, but he's really been struggling when he doesn't have pop-off games on the McCree.
That is true.
So I've actually been a little surprised to see him playing so many different picks. I don't know if they're trying to just throw a lot of picks at the wall and see what sticks for them. And you know, if you're gonna do that, maybe Walmy Maybe's the week to do it.
5, 4,
Savage, ruthless, brutal, and no wonder the troll pick
attackers
on the
Finally gonna see something standard here coming out of Walmy Maybe with a nice Zarya Hanzo combo comp coming through.
Yeah, this comp, they just gotta wait for ults and they win. So it doesn't even matter until that point. So this is kind of the pre-game to the actual game for Walmy Maybe. Here's no wonder falls. He can't get ult charge if he's dead.
Yeah, that could be pretty big, as we've seen. No wonder is normally pretty ahead of the game on the ult charges. Batman and Tree are trying to play this one pretty deep here.
And they're doing very well. Not getting picked here. I mean, they don't really have a hit scan to be terribly afraid of. Yeah, they have Dirty Dan, but he's not really a hit scan per se. Scotch falling, and they're starting to push now. Danko knows what's up. He's rushing it in with Heron, Cruise Master, pushing him all the way back to spawn. Kind of resetting after that, but a late pick on Blab. Good res, but that wasn't needed.
Yeah, 3 Dance 1 Cup gonna keep playing this nice and forward here as Walmy maybe looks a little confused about how they want to push into this one. They're finally just getting everyone out, so they're going forward, but once again, losing 1, losing 2, nice and early. And now 3 Dance 1 Cup know they can try to get some stagger kill. Here's the chase on the Blab. I think that's the last kill they're gonna get. And no, I'm wrong, so they're gonna take out Bad Mel too. Even Tree goes down. That projectile hit scan.
Thanks for the assist.
So this Eichenwald place is in Germany, right?
Yes.
Where? Are we talking like Bavaria, Germany? Like old southeastern
Eichenwald,
Germany?
Germany.
I'm gonna have to find out where that is. I don't know where Eichenwald, Germany is.
Fire at will.
Hang on, get
Graviton coming through while we look that one up as Heron's gonna find a nice 3 kills. The Wonder swapped over to the Widow. He's gonna take him out, but his team has already definitively lost that one, maybe. But now he finds a pick out of Zed, and maybe Walmy maybe he'll just say, fuck it, let's go in deep here. No Wonder going forward, trying to find a third. He's saying, I'll work this goddamn shield myself if I have to, but Tree gets picked by Dano, the Mano himself.
Oh wow, this is actually looking good. Walmy maybe rushing the point now.
Yeah, they
On the side.
There's a big hammer coming out of Cruise Master. He knocks down everyone. And that push is coming to an end.
Late res out of Batmel there, not necessarily what No Wonder probably wanted. As he does get out through an act of God. So Eichenwald is actually, it's in Berlin, Germany. It's on the southeast side.
Damage boost engaged.
And apparently there's a castle there, so Eichenwald Castle is actually a place.
Oh, cool.
I'm taking
Now y'all learned something.
Helden sterben nicht.
Batmel preemptive.
There goes the combo comes through. Walmy maybe finally lines up the ult, and they go 0 for 4, 0 for 5, well 1 for 5, but that's still definitive team fight win, and they are going to take this first point. They I don't think there's a chance. Yeah, Walmy maybe no chance of not capping here. They can afford to push a little. Now let's see what they've got for second point.
Yeah, so as I said, the pregame, we were there, we watched it, and then they did the thing with the Blab and the Tree. Or sorry, yeah, Blab and Tree. Get my players mixed up here. I'm looking at maps. All right, so no more looking at maps. Looking at the game here. Walmy maybe pushing the cart. No contest yet coming out of 3 Dance 1 Cup, but there's really no need until this corner's turned around. But the Tree on that fair up in the sky and Batmel pocketing him, just applying enough pressure, enough space for the team to keep pushing this target around the corner here. And
Scott comes in on
Scott.
the flank. No one sees it coming, and that takes out the shield of the defense. Cruise Master down, Zedek is down. Walmy maybe has a great opportunity to push forward here, and I think they need to try to get more picks while they have the chance. No Wonder looking for the shots. He's finding a lot of damage here. That's the healers down for 3 Dance 1 Cup. Dirty Dan trying to make another one, but that's going to get the card almost all of the way to the end. And 3 Dance 1 Cup, they are still
so staggered.
They are the ones
Good
that
red. Oh, Josh Danko dies. There's the res in there, one by one. Yeah, almost second by second, we're all falling here. The desperation ults are coming out now. The Dragons doesn't hit anyone. Dano able to touch but sleep and just die. Yeah, that was an amazing push out of Walmy Baby. Great flank out of Scotch, just totally destroying the ranks of 3 Dans 1 Cup.
Yeah, and an atrocious reset from 3 Dans 1 Cup. Their Walmy Maybe impression was so good, I would have thought these teams would flip. And it's not over because no wonder gets the Hanzo duo win here. This cart is still moving. Zedekis down as well. They have to play behind that Rhine Shield. Cruz needs to stop dropping it. As this cart is now going into the final quarter. We are one fight away from a huge advantage in favor of Walmy Maybe. Can they do it? The blizzard is being dropped by the defense. It is looking big. Everyone is frozen here. And this is going to be an easy stop for the defense.
Wow, yeah, and as Redance chases down the stragglers of Walmy Maybe here, finding Tree and Sam at the exit. This turned from a geography lesson to capping point 2, or point 3, yeah, point 2, whatever it is, with, 3.5 minutes left in the time bank. Walmy Maybe just showed all sorts of life there, and it was because of that play. Scotch, getting the flank, and the rest of the team just kind of, picking people one by one, and the cart almost at the end there. One
his
fight.
team has a huge ult advantage. But they lose hair early. They're going to have to try to get this res off here. And I don't know if Tree trying to force somebody more. The Tan ult being traded. The damage is going to be both ways. Scotch is deep, and he's finding more damage than his team is taking. Cruz the last to die on the cart. But this is going to get most of the way there. There are some long spawns here. The Hanzo ult is coming through from Walmy Maybe. I think this is going to do it, and yes, it is. Walmy Maybe.
More than a minute in the time bank. Walmy Maybe takes it. Oh my god! Would you have thought they would have capped with more time?
3-3.
Not after how that first point went, but Walmy Maybe got it together for point 2 and point 3. And there on the last point, the ult economy ultimately wins out. And now the question is, can they play this very first point better than they did in the first 2 rounds?
Well, they can't do the same strat that they did in the first attack. I mean, you can't wait for a Zarya ult in 3.5 minutes. I mean, you might be able to get it if you're a freaking god, but 2.5, 3 minutes is typically your standard. They gotta switch it up. I am really wondering what Walmy Maybe is gonna bust out for the attack here.
Yeah, maybe more of what they were finishing with. No Bastion, no Torbjorn. I'm always excited to see that.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
But it's looking like right now they're hovering a lot of the same. Meanwhile, on the defense, where we do know the picks, we are seeing more of the same here. The tried and true 3 Dans 1 Cup composition coming out. Dirty Dan on that Hanzo again.
Look at this team. We're gonna do.
Was Dano on Ana or Zenyatta last
Oh, that's true. I guess that's another, or is a swap. Zen is coming through for the first time.
5,
But now we're seeing drastically different picks at the last coming out of 3 Dans 1 Cup here. As they've got role swaps, hero swaps coming through. But this is a comp we saw them running well on Bull Sky last week. Sam on the Sombra, Tree on the Wrecking Ball, and no wonder on the Genji to form a core here. And they're going to try to just Zerg rush onto this point and let No Wonder pop off. Can they do it as Tree is coming in deep? Attention, Big New York, this is a chaos dunk advisory as he's splitting the lines here. Now No Wonder getting some easy poke. He is all over the back line. Sam is back there as well. But they are not finding the picks just yet. Tree coming through, but he's already lost both of his DPS. I think Walmy Maybe needs to just reset this one. Yeah, Tree is rolling his ass on out, but this is a very slow reset coming through.
Yeah, they might have 2 attacks if they hurry up. Blab dying.
No, they absolutely will not. This is going to be one fight territory here.
Oh man.
Which is to be expected with the time they had to start, but they at least are going to get Salmon on the Sombra. She is poking around to the side, waiting for her team to get into position, then she's going to start hacking away.
30 seconds remaining.
And that Sombra can get really dirty in the backline again, able to get out. Tree rushing to the point, knocking up pretty much all their team. Danko shielded and hands out of the way. And Bat now with the Kamehameha coming, gonna tickle people, and all the fight is happening on point, but nobody's dying, but everyone on Walmy Maybe is getting low. People are dying now. Wonder down, Tree down, but Dano 30.
Brains from above.
Dirty down, Scotch, last one, no!
No. Oh, Heron with the ult coming through at the right time puts the finishing touches on that fight, and now Sam the last to fall.
Огонь по
And
готовности.
Tree gets grabbed just inches from the point,
Draw.
and we get another draw.
Oh, man. Look at that wonderful team that won.
Play of the game.
Sad.
Cruisy, cruisy, cruise. What you got, boy?
Double kill.
Sam.
That was so good.
Sam.
He just got like 5 or 6 of them in that. Oh man, that was just a brick wall stop out of him. That was great. Great play from Walmy maybe on the attack. That's not necessarily what we always see there. After they capped that point, they were able to show up. That was fun to watch.
That was something. Walmy maybe making progress at least. They've gone from drawing 4th place teams to drawing 3rd place teams.
I think I get that 2nd place team. Wait, who's that again?
I believe
Bench
Bench
Life?
Life.
Oh no, Mad Cow and Bench Life are tied actually in 1st right now. So
With tiebreaker going the way of Mad Cow.
gotta deal with that power gap.
I don't think that's coming anytime soon though. Walmy maybe let's focus on getting a map win against one of these bottom 4 teams.
We got Ilios, and Ilios is actually a very good map for the strat that we saw out of, Wonder, Tree, Sandblab, Batmel, Scotch, etc. Brawly comp, being in the back line, doing degenerate stuff. And I think that's the secret to winning, because that comp has done them wonders, to be honest. Pun intended?
Yes.
But also to complement 3 Dans 1 Cup, Danko, Heron, very good on the communication there. Cruise Master, very good Reinhardt shields and ultimates coming out of him. Zedekiss staking to Heron when needed and knowing when to get off of him. Dano, we know he's just the god that he is when he's playing that healer. And Dirty Dan, man. What else you got to say about him?
Yeah, whole team doing what they need to do. God, draws are so awkward.
Yeah, but after an exciting match like that, man, I mean, it's not satisfying necessarily, but both teams played their heart out. It's kind of like when refs call pass interference on your linebacker that jumps the line and then you get a draw because of it or something like that. I don't know. Satisfying.
That's one perspective, I guess.
For anyone that didn't get it, that's a football reference. Does anyone watch football in this league even?
I doubt it.
There's got to be a handful of people that watch football.
It's a dead game.
Football?
Call it League of Legends. It's a dead game, dude.
Why? Because they keep changing the rules?
Everything. They everything that could possibly be going wrong for the NFL basically is. All we need now is to find out Tom Brady's actually killed a few people IRL. It wasn't Aaron Hernandez. He was just the fall guy. That's the one scandal that's missing.
It's Bill Belichick, but he would frame Tom Brady. That's how that whole thing would work.
Man, I'd kill a few people to win 5 Super Bowls. Let's be real.
I'm sure at this point Rodgers probably would. All right, looks like we got some teams ready. Some people back from the bathroom waiting on, 3 Dans right now, right?
All right, there we go. On to Ilios, where we will either see
Now
a
arriving
2-0-1
at Ilios.
match win in favor of 3 Dans 1 Cup, or we will see a match draw for Walmy maybe.
Rip.
I'm curious to see what we're gonna see out of Walmy maybe here. More Bastion?
No, they gotta play that Wait, why are both teams hovering Torbjorn? Why do we have trolls in this league?
Maybe they agreed ahead of time to have a Torb off. This could be real.
Wait for it.
I'm thinking it's gonna happen, Joe.
What? What am I? No. What is
This
happening?
is it, dude. These teams agreed ahead of time to have a Torb off.
No. No way. It's not a Torb 1v1. The integrity of this league
The integrity
is at
of this
risk.
league is about to come down to which Torbjorn can kill the other Torbjorn.
It's at risk. We're professional. We're trying to be professional.
We are
right?
professionals. And in the left corner, from the blue side, you see
God.
No Wonder coming in at 4'2" with a sidekick of pure steel. And on the right, in the red corner, Heron 911 coming in at 4'2" with a sidekick of pure steel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Torb Bowl.
Okay, well, teams are running kind of into each other. There's the whole team. They are not attacking each other.
This is it.
They are.
Torb Bowl.
Is this the Baddie Friendship League? Like, is this the final level? Are we there?
Whichever Torbjorn goes down first, the entire team just jumps off, or do they team fight? We'll find out. When the point unlocks, we go.
It's
And
unlocked.
now, here it is, Torbjorn, melee duo, they're looking for each other, but No Wonder he's showing those masters mechanics. Heron is taking wrenches to the face. Can he pull it out? He cannot. No Wonder gets the kill, and that's it. We're going, folks. 3 downs, 1 cup, going straight to hell.
Wow, and no wonder with the BMT bagging. That can't feel good. That can't feel good. But it also can't feel good having that team comp going into what? So what happens now?
Did they swap to a more skilled Torbjorn? They're having a Torb off, Joe. And now it's Josh Danko gonna try to bail this out for his team.
Oh my god. I've never seen this. Where's Danko? Where's the Torb off?
He's getting buried by his Lucio right now, and now here we go. Torboff round 2 begin. Josh Danko versus No Wonder, and we see a man more his own match as Josh Danko is gonna cap this point for his team.
Oh man, they all jump off. They all jump off. What?
Team kill.
Apparently there's a cheating call right now. You can't taxi your Torben with a Lucio.
We'll have to.
Oh. Ooh, asterisk next to this match.
Table for 4 loses another ban.
All right, well, round 3 fight. Let's go. Josh Danko again versus Batmel.
And ooh, Batmel coming through, flipping this point back over.
Wow. So it looks like they're capping about 25% each time. So you have to win 4 rounds in order to win.
Yeah, this could be some one-fight territory here, as it's looking like Zedekus, Commissioner himself, the expert on the rules of the Torboff, is going to come through and try to clutch this one out and hold for all of White House. Can he do it? Zedekus versus Batmel.
He comes in guns blazing.
And Zedekus, he's getting the first few hits off. He has the animation advantage, but no! Batmel clutches it out! That is not my Commissioner!
Wow, Batmel is 2-0 in this Torboff here as we're approaching 90%. I think unless 3 Dance can get to the point of time, that's a win, right? That's how it works.
Torbjorn Fight Club is going over Hawami maybe, and they are going to be up 1-0 on Ilios because of it.
Score.
Wow, that was a thing. Are they going to do it for 2 maps? They can't do it for 2 maps. There's no way they're going to do it for 2 maps.
Yeah, apparently the contract offered was only 1 map.
All right,
So
well,
I'm thinking they're going to play for real.
This is a lead to Walmy maybe that they actually this is going to lead to the ultimate draw of the whole series.
If Wally maybe wins the Torb Bowl only to lose Ilios, this is going to be heartbreak beyond what they have ever known.
1.
But this is going to be good for them. This is maybe the most iconic Widowmaker map in all of Overwatch, and they have no wonder. There is not an equal skilled counter sniper on the other team. Heron's going to try his best, but this is going to be a rough matchup for him to be in. As the ruins begins.
Wonder's scary up on that up there. Doing his wonder stuff. The fight is breaking out here on the side of the point. No one is on the point, actually. The point is gonna lock in 5 seconds.
Yeah, this is gonna start drawing everyone down. As Tree trying to do some damage from the side, going to be the first to fall here as No Wonder finally finds his first pick. That's Heron off the table, and now the tanks are moving onto this point. But a nice pin out of Cruise Master. Big damage comes through. Scotch and Batmel go down, Blab down, and this should be a point going the way of 3 Dance 1 Cup. But No Wonder and Sam still trying to clutch this one out. It's actually, they find a pick, but No Wonder's not able to get on that point. I don't think he would have wanted to anyways.
Yeah, the picks are on the healers. The picks are on the healers there. I know that Zedekis is playing Lucio. They're going to get back very fast, but Walmy maybe can take advantage of this, and they kind of are as they're pushing in without their last. They're just pushing in. They're doing it. There's the hammer down coming out of Cruise Master. The charge. They're finding kills. Scotch goes down. There's no shield to hide behind. Walmy maybe is not looking good in this fight.
Yeah, they are gonna at least hold on to all their resources, but all that really took was a single hammer from Cruise Master to easily win that fight. And now we are approaching a lot of ults when this next fight comes out for both of these teams. This could turn very chaotic.
Get healed.
Yeah, now looking hot here. Another push coming out of Walmy maybe here. No notable swaps, I should say. Tree on Pharah. No Wonder. On that Tracer. Different dynamic as the push starts here, and a Diva Bomb goes to the back line, finding only Blabour, and that shield wasn't up in time or something. No Wonder on the point contesting alone as Tracer getting swatted away.
Yeah, they got to give this one up, get ready for the last fight here since they've already lost a few. Josh Danko loves shooting those Diva self-destructs in at just such screwy angles. He is just the king of finding a single pick that the enemy team is not ready for. And that buys him his team out another fight here. But there are a lot of ults available for Walmy maybe here as they're trying to aggress on this point. But Scott, this is what that's the whole time.
It's like number 4 or 5. Yeah, same. Same. No Wonder dying on the point again. High Noon coming out. Dirty Dan not finding anyone, but dies to Blabour here. Blabour also dies, and the reset has to come out of Walmy maybe, and I don't think they're going to be able to get back on point. The Torb win is not going to. Oh my.
The Torb Bowl has been equalized unless something crazy happens here. Is Nano Batmal is coming through on the Moira, but all she is doing is peeing. You can't be peeing, they need your damage down. His hammer is coming through from Cruz. Dragon coming through. This looks like it's going to be the end of the Blabour. Does make it, he gets a big grab, and somebody can find a way to chuck damage, but No Wonder nowhere near a pulse bomb. All it is doing is stalling time here, but 100-0, the ruins are going the way of 3 Dans 1 Cup, and we are fast approaching heartbreak again.
No. If Wonder had a pulse bomb, if he got some more damage out throughout the course of that fight, he switched at 50% cap, I believe, and he should have been able to get a pulse bomb out because he's No Wonder, but he didn't. Unfortunate. But I also want to talk about how they did Scotch dirty. Cruise Master doing a solo Earth Shatter onto Scotch, and Heron doing a solo Dragon onto Scotch. He didn't stand a chance.
Yes, now we're maybe going to see some different picks coming through as we see Boop Comp coming out of Walmy maybe here. Ilios on the line.
There's no Sombra on that team.
5, 4, 3.
But Josh Danko also bringing some boops out as he is not played a lot of the Roadhog this season, but he is a low-key beast on this hero. As both these teams are going to have most of the boops available.
Go high key.
Tree going for the first one, but does not get it. But No Wonder on the Bastion does not need it. Just tears through the Orisa. Now that's a huge shield unavailable.
Yeah, massive advantage to Walmy maybe here as the 3 Dans is taking all sorts of cover on that house on the side there, but they're capping. Wonder's on, Scotch is on, Tree is on, Zedekis is contesting, dying to the No Wonder. Yeah, No Wonder's just totally covering this point, and 3 Dans doesn't know what to do about it. Batmel finding the res, there's 6 back up on the team. Scotch does die. Shield is still there. That might be important for later in the fight if it doesn't fade away. And some meds have picked him come out of Walmy maybe here, but they're not finding them. Never mind, they found him.
There we go. That's Josh Danko, a big man off the enemy team. He had a whole hog available, and that should end this long form fight.
Yeah, good reset coming out of 3 Dans. Just solid team fight. You know, you did what the No Wonder
Yeah, and actually,
Bastion should do.
Some swaps coming out of 3 Dans 1 Cup. They didn't care about losing the whole hog. Josh Danko gives that up to get onto the D.Va. But there's going to be huge ult advantage in favor of Walmy maybe here. This could set them up very big.
Yeah, Heron trying to flank the side, the far side over the edge of the map there.
So aggressive, and she finds the boop on the Cruise Master.
Yeah, that's a big reset. I mean, they can try and push on that. Here they come. Here's the back line.
They're keeping it up. Dirty Dan gets hooked into the hole, and we're fast approaching 1-fight territory. That looked like a...
Yeah, what's happening here?
Walmy, maybe get on the goddamn point.
They were chasing someone they shouldn't have, and now they just booped every... Oh my god, Scotch played the game right there, Poggers. That was strange. Heron was giving him space, and that's why they kept retreating more and more. Like, that Heron in the sky is scary, man, but when you're up 2 people on the map, you gotta do something about it.
But now, look at the ult coming. We are in 1-fight territory, and they're giving them up. They're giving up all the ults they had because they were not the ones that defined team fights. But there are 4 ults available. If Walmy maybe can't win this fight, they do not deserve to win a map this season. This is the best
Don't say it.
opportunity that you can get.
You jinxed him!
Tree is going in on the flank. He only finds... It's only a 1-for-1 to start. That was not a good first off. And now LaFleur going in with the whole hog. He's trying to keep everyone off. No wonder on the configuration tank, he's finding picks, he's finding some damage.
Dead on point, dead on point.
But now the tank's are down. Walmy, maybe no, I don't think it matters. They have such a bad advantage. Cruz makes it back to this point. He's buying time, but it's just him. It's just Dirty Dan on the Tracer. But no wonder on the Bastion, you can't push into that Bastion. One. They've done it. They've done it. Walmy maybe finally wins the map.
Draw for the series. Who got play of the game? Is it the Scotch?
Play of the game.
Oh, it's the Danko. What did he do?
Flopped off of Roadhog when he had the ult available. But he also did some D.Va left clicking. That's cool too.
Solid. Solid plays right there. Bye, Tree.
And they've done it. Not only do they take their first map win, they even get a match draw. Walmy maybe finally trending upwards.
Yeah, and what a time to do it. Halfway through the season now, they're drawing in the series. So, you know, now they just have to go up exponentially. Start getting those wins. Get those W's. Challenge some more Torboffs. Whatever they got to do. It worked for them.
Easy. Just win maps.
For sure. Well, hey, that concludes the second series of matches for the night. Up next, Zeldab No Blab versus the bench life of Zach and Cody. Everyone stay tuned.